Okay. Hi, it's Dee Dee coming to you again for another week. Talking about an African American woman living with MS and the ailments that come with it. And another ailment that comes with it is anxiety. Um, with MS comes with being really anxious and being very sensitive to things that happen in your life. So when you think about things all the time, you think about, oh, what's going to happen to me and who's going to take care of me and how are things going to end and if I'm going to become disabled and if I'm going to have a total meltdown or if I have a relapse and I wind up in the hospital. Those things really make you anxious and really make you sit and think, wow, I know I shouldn't worry about these things because God is in control of all things. But anxiety really hits you hard, and you really think a lot of times about how things are going to end. And when you think about how things are going to end, you normally think about how things are going to affect you at the end of your life. So you become very just shaky and worried and just sensitive to the fact that, wow, this disease can really take over my life and really make me to the point to where I can't walk or talk or hear or see or barely breathe. We're to the point where I have to have oxygen to breathe. So stuff like that really makes you anxious. So anxiety is like a big part of having MS. And of course, doctors can give you medicine to deal with the anxiety, but medicine can only do so much. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of believing in God and trusting in God. And, in the Word, God says pray without ceasing. And I constantly pray and pray and pray that my anxiety doesn't get so bad to where I get to the point where I can't get out of bed or I can't work or I can't talk or I can't, do daily activities. So with people living with MS, you have to be able to control your anxiety, and the only way you can do that is, talking to your doctor and letting your doctor know that you're being anxious and that you're being, you having thoughts of being worried and being stressed out and just being anxious. So anxiety is one of the ailments that come with living with MS. So I'll be with you in another week to talk to you about another ailment. Don't forget to subscribe to my web channel and tell your friends about my web channel, about my YouTube channel, and stay with me every week so that I can tell you another ailment each week about the African American woman living with MS. And not just women, but men too, because we really need to talk about this disease and let people know that it not only affects the Caucasian community, but it affects the African American community. And we need to talk about it and get the word out there to let people know that you can have a subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and tell your friends, let your friends know that, you really need to watch these videos and really get to know what's going on and know what's really happening with living with MS. See you in another week. Love you guys.